If it's got wheels and an engine, we're going to check it out. Welcome to Island Driver TV. Ed Kemper heads to Kailua to check out the Antique Car Club plus Mustang Madness. We'll head out to the 50th State Fair for a demolition derby. We'll learn some techniques, the rules, and find out who won. So get on that couch and buckle up, because Island Driver TV starts now.
If you love cars, if you're looking to buy one, or if you need an automotive tip, keep watching, because Island Driver TV starts now. Get behind the wheel of the latest cars with Ed Kemper. Take a look at locals and their sweet rides. Learn what it's like to drive some of Hawaii's most unusual vehicles, plus a whole lot more. Island Driver TV.
On the island.
Welcome to Island Driver TV. We're here in beautiful Kailua at Windward Ford for Mustang Madness. The rule is pretty simple. Any Ford-powered car can be on display. So don't bring your 32 Ford with a Chevy engine because they'll kick you out. So we're going to go around and see the cars and watch the Rumble contest. So the Madness people have sort of sorted the cars out by vintage and years. As you can see behind me and in front of me are the newer versions of Mustangs, and those include the Shelbys, many of them with big fancy V8s, lots of power, and great styling. So here are the older Mustangs, 1990s or so, and most of them have this little badge on the side that says 5.0, which of course means a 5-liter V8. Almost all of these of this vintage have that much power. Not all of these engines are stock. So you want to check this one out, a earlier vintage Mustang, but a turbocharger, lots of chrome work, and I'm sure lots of power. So I think, Scott, you've modified this Mustang a little bit. Is that true?
True, yes.
What did you do?
It's a 306 bored out, plus I have a supercharger and small supercharger.
And what do you figure the horsepower is?
Upwards about 400.
And stick shift, I presume?
Of course, it's got to be high speed.
So what year is this?
It's a 93.
So has the engine been redone and all that other stuff internally?
Correct, yes.
New, bigger bore and all that?
Yes, and my plan is to put a bigger motor in it.
How big?
331 with a Vortex supercharger, the bigger one.
Okay, well, look out for this guy. So I'm going to spin the wheel here and win a brand new car, or maybe popcorn. I'm not sure which, but we'll see which way it goes. Oh, I won a FOCO, whatever that is. One of the more classic vehicles here is this older Ford truck, and Devin's going to tell us a little bit about what year it is and what changes have been made.
Yeah, this is a 1955 Ford F100.
I think I could have guessed that with this hat, right?
Yeah. It's we started rebuilding it about 5 years ago. I got it. It was a green truck. It had rust on the top, the bottom. It barely could run. We shaved it all down, cleaned it all up, got a new paint job, got some new wheels, updated some of the engine parts, and it's been a classic since then. Got my kids now to go around with me on the weekends and have a lot of fun with it now.
So what kind of engine does it have in it? It better be a Ford engine, I know that.
Yeah, it's a Ford engine. It's a 302.
Classic 5-liter, right?
Yep. It runs really well and get a lot of good looks when we drive around the island, and it's all about just having fun now, you know?
Of course, at all these events, they have the Shelby Cobra. Many of these are imitation versions, admittedly. And it says 427 on the side. That means the cubic inches of the engine. But in fact, this one has a 351, which is obviously a smaller Ford engine. But these are fiberglass usually, very lightweight, very speedy, just like the original. So I'm always happy to see this guy because his name is Happy. And he's happy about his car. And tell us what it is.
Yeah, it's a 2017 Shelby GT350R.
So for the people that don't understand the Shelby name when it comes in front of the Mustang, what's the major change?
The R is the racing version of the Shelby GT350.
So how much horsepower are we talking about roughly?
526 at the rear wheel.
So it's even more up front, right?
Yes, and all of the horsepower is transferred to the rear wheel.
Okay, so have you taken this and tried to autocross or anything like that, or just cruise around?
Just cruise around right now. I'm still yet breaking it in.
Ah, okay. So we just do weekend stuff, yeah?
Yeah, so only on the weekend.
Okay, well, good, thanks. So cranking back the clock just a little bit, we have Chris here who's going to tell us about this lovely truck.
Yep, it's a 1931 Ford Model A. So it's a 4-cylinder, original drivetrain and everything. Picked it up about 5 years ago in Hawaii.
Really?
Yep.
Was there a lot of rust on it?
Very little. Most of it was as you see it now. There was no hood and interior electrical. First thing I had to do was get the engine started and started just weekends. And,
Wow.
yeah, it's just putting it together. And this is actually one of its maiden voyages for quite a while.
So how much horsepower do you figure it has, or how much was it supposed to have?
I would say around the 70 horsepower range, maybe. Yeah,
It's all right.
yeah.
So have you had it on the road yet, or we're just still taking it around in trailers?
Yep, no, it's been on the road on the leeward side. I was a little hesitant to bring it over the mountain today. I just didn't want to drive it over this side, but I've been all through IA and Honolulu and stuff. And
It has a top speed of 53 or what?
never been above maybe 40, 45.
Probably a wise thing.
We'll
all
have to
but-
test it one day.
Okay. Well, certainly dramatic look.
Keep
Thanks.
the track open again. How's
That's right. And this will break the track record.
Exactly.
Well, not all Mustangs are brand new and cost $50,000 or even $25,000. Dave's going to tell us about how much he paid for this baby and what it is.
This is a $500 Mustang. She's a 68 convertible, 38,000 miles on it. And I bought this, like I said, $500 car. She drives good. And
Needs a little paint work.
paint work and body work, but she's going to be beautiful.
So what kind of engine does it have in it?
Has a 289. Has
Oh, V8.
factory air conditioning, power disc brakes, and runs and drives great. Love this car. The best part is the guy threw me 2 other cars when I bought this car.
For not $500 though.
Free.
Free? Wow.
I went to get the paperwork, and he says in a container in Waimanalo, there's 2 more Mustangs.
You're kidding.
65 convertible and a 69 convertible. You can have them.
So have you been working on those?
I just sold them for $9,000 for the pair of them.
Wow, there's a little profit. $500 for this? Yeah.
And I threw in 2 free Mustangs on top of it.
Wow, what a deal. Okay, great. So these Mustangs look great, but here's how they sound in the Rumble contest.
Living in Hawaii, you need the best, and WeatherTech floor mats from Wetokoli are the perfect choice. When those unfortunate accidents happen and your plate lunch goes to the floor, WeatherTech mats will be there to protect, and they're easy to clean. Deep channels trap water, dirt, mud, and sand, and they're available for hundreds of makes and models, so no matter what you drive, you'll find a perfect fit. WeatherTech floor mats. Find them at Wetokoli on Dillingham, just ever of Kalihi Street.
NASCAR running wins. And the cool thing about it is,
This here is the 50th State Fair Demolition Derby. I own 3D Towing and Recovery, and we're helping out by donating some cars and doing a private show for the 50th State Fair. I work alongside with Albert's Towing. We donated, I think, 35 cars for them to have a sign-on drivers. and I'm part of the private crew drivers. We supply our own cars and put on a show for the 50th State Fair here. And I love it because it's fun for everyone, for the family to watch, for you to go out there and just take out some anger and bang some people, you know, just have some fun.
How's it? My name is Bubba Madaris. We're out here with On The Move Towing and 3D's Towing, and we're out here with EK Fernandez Productions at the 50th State Fair doing this demolition car derby. Shout out to VIP Tires for helping us sponsor these cars out here and get out here and have a good fun and a safe event with everybody. Today I'm rocking a 2003 Toyota Corolla. Was recently in an accident and it was donated to me on behalf of VIP Tires, and we're just looking at having a good, fun, safe event. This is my second time driving here at Aloha Stadium, and I just try to put on a show. My son has a good time out here today. It's about the kids, our fans, everybody else, and keeping our streets clean. It gives us a place to do something with Hawaii Motorsports. Look, we need a raceway track in Oahu. Everybody keeps talking about it. EK Fernandez is trying to bring back these events that we can do safely. It's about public safety and having a good time.
2, 1, crush off.
The rules are on Demolition Derby is removing the glass. If there's airbags, they gotta come out. All headlights, taillights. You gotta chain the doors shut. Some guys will put like a safety screen on the windshield, you know, just protect flying debris. Some guys don't. And then no driver's side door shuts. Other than that, it's pretty open. You can hit hard, smash hard. Basically, the objective of the game is to be the last car running. If you're the last car winning or running, you win the championship. The worst case scenario I've seen a driver be knocked out with the car on fire.
My technique is just use the rear end on my car, try to save the front end, keep the motor running so I can win some money today.
This is my car. I have a 95 Volvo 850 turbo, and my theory tonight is to try and keep this front end straight. I just want to use the rear end. So I'll stick this front up against the wall and just use the rear. Just keep hitting, repeatedly hitting and hitting and hitting until I win this thing. That's what I want to do. Winning thousands of dollars, man.
The car that I used, it was a car that was used previously in a demo on Sunday and didn't get banged up too much. So we ended up using that car for this demo. So as soon as I got in the car, I knew already that all these guys was gonna gang up on me. So I had to get my first hit in as soon as I could. I got one good hit, reverse, and that was it. It got stuck in park.
Some of the good techniques are using the rear of the car. You know, you want to use the trunk of the car and you want to try to aim when you hit somebody, you want to aim for their tires. If you can disable their tires, the better chance you are going to survive. So if you can try to use like the corners of your car and your trunk to hit the tires of other cars or their radiator, they'll put them out faster and you'll be able to move on and continue going.
I feel that the state should get Hawaii a track. You know, many cars they have on the island, as much as they pay for registration. I'm a tow company. I owned it for 14 years. I'm always in the motorsports. Right now we race dirt bike and ATV out Kahuku side. We do the TTs if they come out. We had the Kalailoa Raceway track. I think they should bring it back because they have a lot of road rage. We just had one on the other day on the news. The guy came out with a baseball bat, bossed everybody's windows up Honokahale. If you was to have a racetrack out here, people could lend out their stress, put their money into their cars instead of putting their money someplace else. And you know, family and friends would have a lot of fun coming out here and racing. If the state could just do it, I hear there's talk about tracks, there's talk about this and that all over the place. We just want to see it happen. Right at the start of the race, they called my name to come out. I was the third one out on the track. I sat there, I said a little prayer, and I just said, God, watch over us and let's have some fun. My strategy was just to, right out of the hole, to hit the first one closest to me, shut him down, then try and work on the next. So that's kind of what I did. I just used the back of the car. If you look at my car when I bring it out after, I'll take a couple pictures, show it on Instagram. The front end is straight, the back is total, the rear of the trunk is in the back seat. But it was a really fun.
These cars are all over the track. Number 7 is definitely not scared. He's clearly a smaller car, but he's making his presence known out here on the track. I think number 7 is trying to make a smoke screen. Oh man, I don't know how much more these cars can take. Let these drivers know you're out there, crowd. Let them know, make some noise. That's what the other, you hear the other driver saying, get him. I don't know who you're trying to get. Motorsports. Look them up on Instagram. Punish them 808. Follow these drivers around. And me and the mechanics, all these boys, to make sure you believe these cars are still running. That's it. That's it. We got a winner for Volvo. Number 7 is down. Make some noise. These cars are tanks, man.
I'm the last guy standing. I'm the number 1. We had fun out here today, man. Keep on these events, keep making it. Everybody will be happy. You'll bring out all the motorsport guys and you'll be amazed on how much motorsport guys is out there.
We got the last chance qualifier going down to 8 p.m. tonight. That means all the drivers who came in second place.
Can I help you?
Do you have a replacement for this oxygen sensor?
Oh yeah, watch this. Hey Rick, what do you think?
Zirconium dioxide, 5-wire. Yeah, we got that. That's part number 24302.
What aisle?
3rd.
Shelf?
2nd. From the bottom.
That's like a superpower, like a strange and specific superpower.
I heard that.
Let me get that for you.
Thank you, Rick.
You're welcome.
Quality parts,
Helpful people.
that's Napa know-how.
Aloha, we're with Fred, and he's going to tell us about a little club that he's involved in. First of all, the name of the club and how you become a member of it.
Thank you. My name is Fred Weisberger. I'm the president of the Aloha Region Antique Automobile Club of America. The National Club was started in 1935, and they decided it should be a car that's 25 years or older. So to this day, any car 25 years or older considered an antique car. So you can join with a car that's 25 years old.
So one of the youngest members, and one that just recently joined, Kamali, she's going to tell us about herself and what car she has. Which, by the way, I think the car is actually older than she is.
I have a 1972 Dodge Challenger. It's a numbers matching car, 340 with a 727.
And so why did you acquire this particular vehicle?
I got bored and it was on Craigslist for sale, and I decided to at least give it a look.
So now you drive it a lot, a little, or what?
I drive it occasionally, maybe about once a week.
And what changes have you made, if any?
We rebuilt the engine, the torque converter, the transmission, fresh paint, some interior work, some exhaust work. This is actually my first event with the club. I usually go out to the weekend car shows, the bigger ones. I used to go out every weekend, but I go out to car shows at the Pearl Ridge Rooftop and the Windward Mall show, and I try to make it out to the Cars and Coffee events also.
Well, good. I'm glad that you're driving it. That's the important thing, and it isn't sitting home doing nothing. And welcome to the club.
Thank you.
We're here with Bob with a very unique car that unfortunately is no longer with us. He's going to tell us about it.
Well, the 1932 Peerless was put together from parts from the Peerless Corporation that went out of business in 1931.
Another Great Depression loser, I guess.
Right. It's one of the three P's, the Packards, the Pierce Arrows, and the Peerless. It was a 30-year-old company that finally went out of business and was bought out by Carling Blue Label.
Oh, the beer company.
That's right.
So they took over the factory?
Remember, 1932,
Prohibition went away.
Prohibition, and then they just bought into it and started making money that way.
Be darned.
Coming up, more of Ed Kemper checking out these classics right after these messages.
It's only a matter of time until this happens to your car. You can either go to a body shop or go to Mirage Paintless Dent Repair. Mirage specializes in the craft of paintless dent repair. It's the art of removing minor dings and dents without the use of fillers or repainting.
At Land Rover Honolulu, we only use Mirage Dent Repair because he makes them disappear.
Paintless Dent Repair is a third of the cost of traditional body shops. We offer a mobile service to your home or office. Most repairs are finished within 16 minutes. The original paint stays intact and there's a 100% satisfaction guarantee.
If you have a dent, call my dad, 368-5584.
You work hard all day long. And when it's time to play, you play just as hard. And through it all, your Wetokoli seat covers are working hard too, taking the punishment you give them and defying the effects of dirt, sand, and water. Wetokoli can handle everything your lifestyle demands. And when it's time to relax, you know you've made a smart investment. No matter what your lifestyle, Wetokoli has you covered.
Welcome back to Island Driver TV. Now here's Ed Kemper checking out some more classics.
So Fred does actually have an antique car or two or three or
four.
Okay. And we're going to talk to him about this particular one. What is it?
This is my 1930 Cadillac 353 Town Sedan.
And 353 represents what?
That's the size of the engine in cubic inches.
And flathead overhead valves?
This is a flathead V8.
So, got a little power.
It does. Compared to my Model A right next door, which has 40 horsepower, this is about 95, which doesn't sound like a lot today, but in 1930, that was a lot of horsepower.
Stick shift, obviously.
3-speed, and it actually has Synchromesh on second and third, and Cadillac is the company that invented Synchromesh.
Oh, really?
1929. So it's the second year of Synchromesh transmission.
So what did you do, like with the Ford? You have to double clutch it?
Generally, yes. You have to time your engine speed and road speed to the same so you can shift it smoothly.
You were showing me these front headlights. What's special about those?
Okay, this is a period accessory from a company called Pilot Ray. And these headlights, when you turn the steering wheel, these will turn so you can see around a turn.
So, great car. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
So, oh Lord, give me a Mercedes-Benz, and he's going to tell us about what this is.
This is a Mercedes-Benz, a 1984 380 SL. I'm probably the sixth owner of the car. It now has 95,000 miles. It's, as a classic car, it is that. A beautiful design car, but its popularity is low. The reason is the V8 engine in it is of a small size, and in 1984, when the car was built, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency had new laws about pollution control, so the Germans had to put all new pollution.
And so that slowed up the engine.
That slowed up the engine.
And now we have another antique right over here, and tell us a little bit about it.
Thank you. This is my 1949 National Model 38 gas pump.
Model 38?
Model 38. The design came out in 1938.
And the price per gallon was what?
Take a look. What's it say?
22 cents a gallon. No, yes, 22.
22 cents a gallon. In the early days of automobiles, people were afraid that other people, the gas stations, would be stealing your gas, not giving you all of it. So they'd have glass globes in the top in the teens and early 20s. And by this period, they'd fill up this little ball here, and you'd actually see a little spinning wheel in there as the gas flowed.
Oh, really?
Let you know you're actually paying for a gallon of gas for 22 cents.
Okay. So that was a great car show here at the Antique Group. My 10-cent Coke. Can't beat that price. And so we're going to follow them around at other events when they have them.